Today, in part one of a three-part series, I want to help you identify, isolate, recognize those things that trigger your distractions on your way to being incredible through self-management and time management. We're talking about distractions, and the first on my list of four is media, social media, television, the news itself, and events that come up in magazines and news articles and special television programs that are eventful or talk about events. The first one that I mentioned was social media. Social media like TikTok, the new invention, TikTok. Everybody's on TikTok except me, but everybody's on TikTok, dancing, doing all kind of crazy stuff, new dance moves, a whole 9 yards. Instagram. Instagram is my fave. I have no idea why it's my fave. Probably because all the people that I enjoy are on there, and I can isolate that site for all the people that I like. The age-old invention that's been around over 60 years. It can bait us, it can pull us, it can distract us, it can pull us into all kinds of things that we enjoy. What is that distraction? Television. Television hits every segment of life: sports, entertainment, news, world events, social things. It does, and it draws us in. You can find whatever you want to know about or find out about. You can find out about on YouTube as well. But television, the age-old master of distraction. It's a master. It's a master. If you want to watch a movie, if you want to get away from life, if you want to escape from life, television. You can binge television. You can binge a movie, and before you know it, you've wasted a whole day. News. You can binge news. Before you know it, you've wasted a whole day. You can binge events, things that are happening, fires, earthquakes, things that are going on in the world. You become so impassioned with it, or so enlightened by it, or so want to find out what's happening next. How do people, what's going on, what's this? You can get drawn in it and be distracted. Last one, the news itself. Distraction number two. And let's see if you find yourself in this one. People, believe it or not, people can be distractions. Our friends can be distractions. Time if it's our friends on the phone for 2 or 3 hours, texting for 2 or 3 hours, online, chatting back and forth, when we need to be doing other things. When we need to be doing other things that are important in our lives, even our goals and our plans, or the things that we want to do in life. And we find that our friends are monopolizing our time. Then we need to deal with that. Our family. I walk on eggshells with this one because family is so important. And we can lose ourselves in family to the point where we're not accomplishing the things that we need to do. And it's family, trust me, family is important. Emergencies come up, things come up that we need to deal with. It's true. That is true. Family, mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, auntie. And if you're like my family, when things happen, we're right there running after it. I have not been in because I've not lived with them in a while. But when I was close to living with them, things happen, we were there. But here's the thing. When I'm allowing family to take precedence over the things that are important in my life, the things that I need to take care of, like I said, there are emergencies. You know, when you've allowed family or family situations or family things to overcompensate the things that you need to do, you know it. And you know that that is a distraction. Number three, work. Work is important. We need to make a salary. We need to live. We need to supply our needs. Yes, money is important. Jobs are important. Either you're an entrepreneur, you work in a 9 to 5, one or the other. Something, you got to work, you got to do things. But when that job becomes too much, or you're working overtime hours, or you're working for a supervisor that demands that you work certain hours. Prime movie, The Devil Wears Prada. Every time I think about the movie, I think about how Meryl Streep had her assistant working overtime. Whenever that phone rang, she had to go do something. She had to go pick up this. She had to do that. And she was her assistant, of course, so that was her job. But that was distracting her from her friends, from doing the living life. Was that job, that supervisor was taking up her lives. And sometimes we need to be careful about those kinds of things. Be watchful of how much we allow our jobs to be a distraction in our own personal lives, and our own joy and our own happiness. That itself can be a distraction. Did you find yourself in that? Distraction number 3. And it's not such a strange distraction. We all get into it. Sometimes our emotions. And our emotions play tricks on us. I don't feel like doing this, or I don't feel like doing that. It's too hard, or it's too difficult, or I get bogged down in the details, and the details are too much, and I don't feel like doing that. And that could be a distraction. When somebody hurts my feelings and I allow that to overwhelm me, that's a distraction. That could play a major part in slowing me down. And I know what that feels like. You can become so emotionally overwhelmed that it'll block you or stop you or paralyze you from moving forward. Have you ever been there? Have you ever been there where you've been so emotionally hurt, or emotionally involved, or emotional things happening, and things that maybe you can't explain, or things that you can explain, and things that hurt you and hurt your feelings and hurt your heart and hurt your life? I'm not talking about necessarily death. I'm talking about those emotional things that trigger us into stopping. Those emotional things that trigger us into pulling things at a halt. Sometimes it could be failure. Sometimes it could be missing the mark. Sometimes it could be making a mistake in something that we knew better that we shouldn't have done. Our emotions can get in the way. And that, if we stay bogged in that, that itself can also be a distraction. We've talked about distractions, and our final one, at least the final one I have on my list, is life. Life can have so many issues, and before we know it, it has thrown a monkey wrench in our lives, and we didn't know where it came from. Death, life, birth, a whole bunch of things that come up, rise up, that come out of the blue, come out of the sky. Where did they come from? How did they happen? How did this problem come? How did that problem come? Where did it come? And sometimes they come right after the other, one after one after one after one after one. And they themselves can be distractions. My question for you today is this: what distracts you, or what triggers your distractions? If you like our page, please push the like button and subscribe to our page, and give us any suggestions that you feel that will make you feel incredible. And that's what we're here for. We'll see you the next video.